Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this November the 2nd, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Thursday out there so far. Everybody has a great Thursday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your forecast for Friday and Saturday. Also, we're going to take a look at the drought monitor for Georgia and South Carolina today. For us here in South Carolina and Georgia. Also, we're going to take a look at the Watches Warning Advisory map nationwide. And also, we're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center forecast map. That system that I was talking about earlier this afternoon. If you have not checked it out, go back and check that video out. I said it probably would not develop into a tropical cyclone. Right now, the National Hurricane Center only has about 20%. I would not be surprised to see it kind of they just get rid of it altogether, probably maybe tomorrow or later tonight or tomorrow, maybe even on Friday as well. So Saturday, excuse me. So we'll continue. I'll have another update tomorrow on that system. But first, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. And we're gonna discuss a little bit of weather here. Alright, you can see here we got quiet conditions pretty much over southeast Canada, southern and southwestern areas, also through portion of Montana, through the Dakotas, Minnesota, always far east is portion of Maine, through the Carolinas, portion of western Florida, all the way back to Texas, northern and central Mexico, to Gulf of California, southern California, Nevada, Utah, and also portion of Wyoming as well. Alright. Got some shower activity down in the Gulf of Mexico. Got some shower activity from the Florida Keys, the east coast of Florida, off into the coastal waters to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Alright, we got more shower activity up here in western New York State, across the Great Lakes region, back into northern Michigan. Also, we have mixed precipitation up here in a portion of New Brunswick, through port of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, all the way back into the Great Lakes region as well. We have a little bit of snow up here in areas of North Dakota and also back into portions of southern Canada. Same mixed precipitation over southern Canada back into Montana. Same over here into portion of Wyoming, also southern Wyoming, northern Colorado, western Wyoming, eastern Idaho, back into southwestern Montana, back into Idaho, all the way back over to the Vancouver region of Canada. We also have a little bit of we have some snow falling over portion of areas of Wyoming as well. Some shower activity over portion of Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska. Same over here in portion of Idaho, Washington State, Oregon, Northern California, and the southwestern area, southwestern tip of Canada. Also right along the coastal areas as well. All of this activity is for your Friday, November 3rd, 2023. Now let's take a look at your Saturday forecast. Alright, as you can see here, we got quiet conditions pretty much over much of Canada, southern Canada, southwestern Canada as well. Also through portion of the Dakotas, also Montana, Wyoming, back to Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, all the way back down towards southern Nevada, also central and southern Nevada, that is. Also into southern California, Gulf of California, much of Mexico, Texas, back to Louisiana, far east is Florida, through the Carolinas, and far north as Maine, New Brunswick, and also up into portion of Nova Scotia region as well, and also over into Ohio and Indiana and Illinois region. Alright, we got some shower activity down in southeast Texas to the Gulf of Mexico. Showers and storms from the Florida Keys all to off the coast of South Carolina and Georgia. More shower activity there as well, stretching all the way up to the coastal areas of Virginia. Alright, we got some shower activity up here around Pennsylvania, New York, also around the Great Lakes region up here around Toronto, Canada. Also, we got some mixed precipitation up here from around Vermont, New York State, Vermont, and a portion of Maine. More mixed precipitation up here around the Great Lakes in the southern Canada, back through northern Minnesota, northeast of North Dakota. Mixed precipitation over southern Canada, back into northeast Montana. Same in western Wyoming, western Montana, northern Idaho, central Idaho as well. And also more mixed precipitation over Washington, Oregon State. We got shower activity over Montana, back in the portion of Idaho, Oregon, northern California through Washington, Oregon State, and also along coastal areas as well of the area of California to Washington State. Alright, all of this activity Saturday, November 4th, 2023. Alright, let's take a look at the drought monitor for Georgia. This is the Georgia one. This was released today. As you can see, Georgia's even getting it on the drought as well as South Carolina. We'll show that in just a minute. As you can see here, we are abnormally dry in the yellow, and these counties here shaded in yellow. All these counties here are included. These are the abnormally dry. Alright, the next stage is moderate drought. This is included in the darker, well, kind of the tan colored areas. All of these here areas here that's in tan, these are the ones that's in a moderate drought. Alright, this is a severe drought in number 2, which is kind of orange color. All these areas here in the orange shading areas here, these are in a stage 2 drought called severe. Alright, now this is extreme drought. This is in the red. These are the counties here included in the red. These are the extreme drought in these areas here. Right now, everybody that has no symptoms, no color yet, in Georgia, you are in the clear right now, but I would not be surprised to see more of these counties added for abnormally dry as it continues to shift from northwest, kind of from the north to the south, and also from west to east, and also back over in South Carolina, start shifting back to the southwest as well. So much of Georgia may be under a moderate to severe drought as well. Alright, let's move on into South Carolina. As you can see here, here is the, we have none in the counties that are shaded in white. The abnormally dry is the yellow. These are the areas here that abnormally dry. It's just in the yellow here. Down in the low country, you're already starting to feel the effects as well. I've been talking about that for the past few videos here when we discussed the rainfall across the state. I said that areas much of South Carolina would start becoming in a moderate to maybe even severe drought, and as you can see it, the stage number 1, this is a moderate drought. All the counties in tan, like I've been showing here, all of y'all are under a all the areas here are under a moderate drought. And if you're in drought 2, this is D2, severe drought, already popping up in northern South Carolina. As you can see, the counties are, like I said, York, Cherokee, Union, Spartanburg, Greenville, Oconee, Pickens and Oconee counties for that. And so, like I said, all of this activity where you'll see, I would not be surprised to start seeing severe drought maybe becoming a extreme drought in these areas here. This moderate drought will continue to drop further to the south. I figured all these counties here, probably in the next few, maybe in the next week or two, all of these counties here will be included in the abnormally dry location. As the moderate drought continues to drop south, it will start coming in from the coastal areas and working its way northwest. So all of these areas here, I would not be surprised to see much of South Carolina in an extreme drought before, or severe drought, severe to extreme drought, possibly coming up maybe by December. Because the month of November, what I've been looking at, it's not going to be much rainfall. If it do, maybe a little, but not that much. And over the next 7 to at least 15 days that I've been looking at, just very, very slim chance of rain. Pretty much just dry. So just want to give everybody a heads up. I will have the nationwide aerial coverage tomorrow on the drought intensity, but I would not be surprised to see much of South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina as well. You will be in a severe drought, maybe even an extreme drought by January. So just want to give everybody a heads up. Much of South Carolina could be in the category 3, extreme drought. So I would not be surprised. So all of these forecasters out there say it's going to be a wet winter. I don't see that right now. According to what I'm looking at, it looks like it's going to be a dry, pretty much a dry winter across the southeastern United States. Maybe a wet winter to the north. Right now, that's what I'm looking at right now. So I could be wrong, but that's what I'm looking at right now. So anybody out there watching the drought monitor and also predicting these here wet winters, it always usually the opposite of what they predict. Where they say in the south will be wet and stormy, it's usually the opposite of what everybody's seeing. So it's probably going to be warm and dry down here in the southeast. So I would not be surprised to see that, but I will see what happens. But like I say, that's what I'm looking at right now. So if a lot of people don't like what I'm saying, oh well, that's what I'm looking at right now. All right, but anyway, let's move on to the watches warning advisory map for you're locating across the nation. As you can see here, we got still got those special small craft advisories from up here near Maine all the way back down to New York State. Same from South Carolina coastal area down to the Florida Keys, all the way back over into the Panhandle of Florida. We have gale warnings in effect from eastern Gulf of Mexico to the southwestern Atlantic. Also, we have small craft advisory gale warning from North California all the way to Washington State and also out into the coastal waters. We still got some frost advisory down in southern South Carolina, also central Georgia. Freeze warning also in effect for central Georgia. And also we have special weather statements there as well. High wind watches and warnings for southeastern portions of areas down here in southeastern Wyoming. And also we have winter weather advisory there in effect for Wyoming, also northern Montana. Also we have some wind advisories over portions of southern Oregon, also northern portion of California, and also flood watches in effect for portions of Oregon and southwestern Oregon and northern California. Alright, over here in the Hawaiian Chain Island looks okay. We have some wind advisory, high wind warnings in effect for portions of Alaska, also with some winter weather advisory there as well. Also freeze and spray advisory to the north. Also as you can see here, along coastal areas we got some small craft advisories and also some gale warnings there as well. And finally we're going to wrap it up with the National Hurricane Center. Alrighty, as you can see here, here's the last graphic. This is that system here that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Central Caribbean Sea 97L. Disorganized shower and thunderstorm activity over portions of Central and Western Caribbean Sea are associated with a broad area of low pressure development. If any of this system is expected to be slow to occur before it moves inland over Central America Friday night or Saturday. Regardless of development, this system has the potential to produce heavy rain over portions of Jamaica through tonight and across Central America on Friday and over the weekend. Formation chance through 48 hours. The next 7 days is at 20%. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. So enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos. And like I said, the drought looks like it will persist for a while. And I do expect, but probably by January, much of South Carolina and Georgia, maybe even North Carolina, may be in a extreme drought. I'm gonna leave it at that. So I hope everybody can do some praying. Maybe we can reverse this here drought across the southeast. We're gonna need to do a lot of praying, y'all, to get this drought monitor swiped away once again. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed. Like I said, hope everybody enjoyed the weather forecast. But I will show the drought monitor tomorrow with more updates on it as well. Alright, so I hope everybody has a wonderful Thursday evening. Take care, and we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care.